Hey there, AfterBuzzers. You're watching Total Divas, Season 8, Episode 2. This is My House, where we discuss Wrestlemania 34, which comes with a bang. Nia Jaxx is champion now, and Paige makes her retirement announcement. Make sure you stay tuned.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey. So we have all these people added to our panel this week. Aren't we so super excited? Hold on, I'm not starting with shade right now.
You already started with shade, but okay.
Not this week, honey, no. So yeah, I'm Monique Loveless, and I have all these old and older and new ladies with me. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Anissa Barr. You can follow me on social media at Anissa Barr. I don't think I'm supposed to say that, but yeah.
What's up, guys? TK here. Oh, and somebody said they like your new haircut.
My new haircut?
Yeah.
Oh, this is curly. Thank you. I really, try sometimes.
All right, and I am Leslie Cologne. I'm so excited to be here today.
Oh, she's so cute.
I know. We got a new panelist. We're so excited, guys. Okay, so this was the big WrestleMania 34. It starts off with the bang. Ladies, let me know how you felt about it.
I mean, yeah, it's WrestleMania.
I'm going to need more than that.
I think it's because as wrestling fans here on the table, we've already seen what already had happened, which is already, but the behind the scenes spot very shows how much that, one part, I really didn't think Nia and Alexa didn't talk at all. I thought it was just storyline kayfabe, could be still kayfabe, and if they are, they're doing one heck of a job. Good job of doing that.
Well, TK has different. Last week she talked about her different opinion.
No. So I fell through the rabbit hole. I don't know how I got into that, but I was looking at it to find out if they were true. And apparently Alexa did a radio interview where she was saying no, they're it was really hard for her to do that storyline. So they might be not super close friends because obviously they showed that whole thing with her and the boyfriend, but they don't. According to that radio interview and the article that I read, they don't hate each other as much as it appears to be.
Yeah, I don't think they hate, but I never thought it came off as hate, though. I never thought it came off as hate.
When you call somebody fat and they're living off of your riches, that's kind of hateful.
But that's a storyline.
Yeah,
that was a part of the storyline.
Yeah,
I feel like that was a part of the storyline.
Right, but
I don't feel like
for you to say that and then essentially take you off of all social media and stuff like that, I mean, you don't really see them together as often. So they might be playing into it, which I kind of think. But the fact that Alexa said, I really didn't feel comfortable saying those things. Mm-hmm. But Nia has admitted that they're not as close. So something went awry. I just don't think they hate each other. It's just we just taking a pause.
I just think it's just all kayfabe.
I'm not sure, but we are going to get into it after we talk about this huge WrestleMania women
situation.
This huge WrestleMania. Women are making history, which y'all know I love. I love women making history. So what did you guys think of? Actually, you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I didn't watch WrestleMania.
Really?
Girl, we know.
I'm not really surprised.
Yeah.
But you will.
I will, because I actually thought it was really interesting from how they edited, all these girls in the ring kind of beating each other up. I know I just said I'm woman motivated, but that was all these women in the ring just kind of beating each other down or whatnot. I thought it was oh my gosh, this is really interesting. I should really watch it. So guys, I'm gonna go back and watch it, but
it's too late now. I'm just
No, it's not. I can still watch it. Shady moments over there.
I'm not shaded. I'm just why go back and watch? Here's my suggestion.
Because I didn't see it.
I get you, but here's my suggestion. Go either watch the highlights of what happens in Raw and SmackDown and stuff like that, and then kind of see the pay-per-views that are coming up.
No, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to actually go on YouTube and just watch that match like I did the...
Oh, you're just going to watch the match, not even the WrestleMania?
Well, not the whole thing, no.
Oh.
No. don't know.
I feel like that's like
match.
having the
the
strawberry on
point,
top of
yeah.
the ice cream and just
No.
you should have the whole thing.
Well, I don't really care for ice cream like that, so What did you think, Leslie? Our newbie here.
Well,
Our newbie here. What did you think?
I love that they highlighted all of the 4 matches, that it wasn't just like one of the matches, especially the Ronda Rousey one. It was really big. I'm surprised for not being a cast member. They really highlighted her part and how everyone else reacted to it.
They have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So.
No
No comment.
moneymaker.
I know. But
I
still
mean,
love the matches.
I mean,
I mean, let's be honest. That was a great sell that Stephanie McMahon did. Everyone knows they can't. They're not wrestlers except for Shane McMahon. We believe. I believe he's a wrestler. But when it comes to Stephanie McMahon, she's not a wrestler. If you watched her throughout all these years, she's not that.
I mean,
she's just
I wouldn't.
Not. So
As a possible future employer, I wouldn't say that.
Just a plug.
You never know.
It feels like for somebody who's been in the business that long and she's been doing so many different things, you can't. I think there's different degrees as far as who's a great wrestler and who's not. But I wouldn't say she's not a wrestler at all.
I think
she's even admitted it before in interviews that she's not a wrestler.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
So, but she can sell. And that's what she did during the whole match, even Triple H.
Which I think makes a great wrestler.
So, I mean, what
Yeah.
she did, I mean, she made Ronda Rousey a bigger star.
Yeah. I mean, to ask the average person go in the ring and sell a story is not easy to do at all.
Well, no, I mean, Ronda Rousey had some change. What's the word? She, right here, she went to school, Santino Bros Academy School. Not
She had
too
some
far from
training.
here. Yeah, training.
Yeah.
And, I mean, Natty trained her.
Oh no, I'm not.
stuff like
I'm
that.
saying in Stephanie's case, in order to be able to sell, like as to somebody who's starting out to be a wrestler, right? If they can't sell the story to me, there's so many degrees, so many things that make up a wrestler. Like you could be a great wrestler, but you have terrible mic skills. It's I think the sports entertainment aspect of it.
Right.
So if you're not necessarily a great wrestler, but you can sell a story, like I still put you in the category as a wrestler. With Ronda's case, I think she's in a really interesting area because people like her because of
who she is.
Of who
Like
she
her
is.
name.
Yeah.
So it's like you don't really know. And now she's with the Bellas. It's kind of a weird situation.
Yeah, that's
because
weird.
because it feels like she would have been more of a heel, but she's kind of. It's a situation.
Well,
I think
feel
it's
like
because. I think it's because Brock Lesnar is Brock Lesnar and he's a former MMA superstar, all that fun stuff. So they now have 2 MMA people in a wrestling ring.
Yeah, but-
so they need one person as a heel and one as a face.
Well, not just that, like, Ronda Rousey has, for me, like, I feel like she has more hype than Brock Lesnar does.
Well,
yeah.
She
yeah.
totally changed the
Exactly.
women's division and WWE as a whole.
Yeah, but in UFC,
Right now.
she was.
Yeah.
If you were to look at her career in UFC, she would be considered a heel.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I would
Right.
think too,
Right.
honestly.
So
But I
then-
think
Right.
from the way that they're trying to sell her and the moneymaker, I think they want to make her the good person.
They want
is
her-
But she
kinda
would
awkward.
be better as a heel.
Yeah.
Right.
She definitely
She
would
has,
be
like, the
better as a
persona
heel.
for it, and then her face alone. Like, just, when
Yeah, she
like,
looks like she'll
switches
beat your
her
ass.
face, yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah.
all right,
I mean,
it's
you
go
never
time.
know. Maybe a year or two,
Yeah.
they'll probably have her as a heel. You just never know.
I don't know. I think that she should be. I totally agree with that because I watched her match with Alexa Bliss,
Yes.
and yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
But then again, Alexa Bliss is
I mean,
bone
she just-
jointed, so
Double jointed. Yeah.
double jointed. So
I thought you said that, but I was like maybe just repeat what you just said.
yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's Ronda's coming up. It's like, do you expect anybody from WWE to cross over and do
Right.
mixed martial arts? It's like they're not going to be. It's very few people that can just cross over
Yeah,
and
of
do
course.
it well. So I mean, kudos to her for actually being there. I
Yeah.
think she took this week off again because she's promoting something. But
Oh, she
Do you guys think that she'll end up on the show? On Total Divas? 'Cause
No.
She's too
She's
private.
highlighted a lot, especially in these first 2
I think
episodes.
they're doing that for the people who don't watch wrestling and
Yeah.
don't understand it. So like, oh, Ronda Rousey's on Total Divas. What is that? I'm gonna go watch it on Monday Night
yeah,
Raw.
it's just
Yeah.
a crossover.
Yeah.
She's way too private to.
Yeah.
And I don't think her husband's about that life either.
No, but by the way, I do follow her on Instagram, and she's very she has like a farm. She doesn't live here in LA. She, in her hat, her regular, like whatever clothes.
She's a country bumpkin.
Yeah. Right. And she's actually from Venice Beach. So, I mean, girl, you do you and enjoy your farm animals.
Who wants to live when you have a little bit of change and you can have a big ass house in some random place and have your husband and kids? Why? What? And you're not like a going out type. What do you need LA for?
Right. That's how I see it. I definitely.
Yeah, she's not really about that life. So
her stories are fun though.
They've highlighted her a lot. But speaking of being highlighted, this time Natty was. They were getting ready for the women's battle royal, and Natty. We go back into the storyline where Natty was basically shaded by TJ, and she felt some type of way about it.
Yeah.
Oh, poor Natty.
What
did we say last week?
Do you think that Natty is just being dramatic?
She's always dramatic.
Yeah,
but I thought he did. I thought what he said was kind of he basically said that she wasn't important. Like, oh, you're not. Yeah. Like nobody
Here's
really
the thing.
cares.
From what I'm looking at it, TJ obviously can't wrestle anymore. He's in a position. He's now in a position where he probably has a lot of stuff on his mind, especially if it's WrestleMania. When you're doing WrestleMania and you work for that company. I know people that work there, and it's brutal during WrestleMania. It's tough, and you have a lot of stuff on your plate. So him thinking about Natty's outfit or whatever was probably the last thing on his mind because he probably has 500 other things to worry about and try to do this. But at the end of the day, he still brought her some flowers. He talked to the Bellas, and he probably realized, oh crap, I probably do have so much on my mind. Maybe I do need to appreciate my life a little bit
TK
more.
is looking at me like I totally disagree. So I know why she's looking at me because I just feel like even if there is a lot on your mind, if your woman is coming up to you like, do I look good? She's telling you, give me a compliment. I'm about to go out here and this is a big part of my career. Like, can I at least get you know what? Go out there, do well, and you look great, babe.
See, but like for me, like Natty is Natty. She should know who she is. Her name is legendary. And that's what confuses me. Like, do you know who you are? Do you know who your last name is? Like,
she's a people pleaser, though.
Yeah, but it's so shocking to me. Like
after what happened last week.
Yeah.
No, she's
still needs reassurance to make herself feel better.
Yeah, she's a people pleaser.
Your husband should tell you those things.
Yeah, but in general, she's like I said last week when you were at craft services, like she came up and said, and I'm looking at her like. This is great and all, but this is,
like, I don't
like, you know what I'm saying? So I think she's a people pleaser, and I think on top of that, they've been married for so long, and Natty's just Natty, that TJ's like,
we
love each other. Mm-hmm. This is not going to divorce us. I'll make it up.
Right.
I mean, they've been together since they were kids, like 12. Mm-hmm. They've known each other since they were like 12.
Yeah, I know they've been together since they were young, but still, I feel like in this moment, I guess I'm the only one that feels this way, but in this moment...
I feel that way, but he doesn't seem like that person that's... It's. I think it's a very LA thing or a very big city thing where you self-evaluate and you see what you can improve. Like, he doesn't seem like that type of person. It's like whatever's happening in front of him, he's going to take care of that. And then, his wife is always going to be there. He's always gonna, I mean, she were dying, he'd be there.
Yeah, but you don't want anybody else paying her any compliments.
Oh, Natty.
You gonna wanna
one season she went to the strip club and she wasn't even. She's not about that life. Somebody pays her a compliment. She wouldn't even get it because people don't really pay compliments like they used to back in the day. Yeah. Like they probably, and she's not gonna get like, nah.
Not just that, like you see their relationship is very different compared to all of the other couples, like Daniel and Brie, like they have such a different relationship, and then I feel like their relationship is very like distant in a way. Like they kind of do their own thing, so they're not one to be like, oh, I love you so much, and like you don't really see that on camera.
I think it's because he's a private person, and you have to remember at one point he wasn't even on a season of Total.
Yeah, two seasons.
Yeah. I also think it's because they've been together for so damn long.
So
like,
you want a divorce? They should upgrade?
No.
Cue the Beyonce, like what?
No, but once you've been with somebody for so long, you just kind of start just living your lives. Like you don't have to always be lovey-dovey up on each other.
Why not?
But if I am in a moment of anxiety and I'm coming to you and I say, "Do I look good?" or you know, I need something right now for you to just boost me. I need it from my husband. Like,
you know what you should do?
You need to do that in that moment.
No. You know what you should do? Go to the restroom, look at yourself in the mirror, and it's like, I am somebody.
No, he's there for a reason. We've been together for so long. We've been together for so long. That's the least you can do.
Monique. I am somebody.
If, I'm not saying this is natty, but if women are like that, like, I need a compliment every day, or it's like, dude, you're probably just insecure.
No.
I like compliments.
I know. Every woman wants a compliment. If you're with your man, you ain't
Not every woman, but
no, I feel like
need
most
it more
women.
than others.
yeah.
Some need it more
I mean,
than
I
others.
like a good compliment.
They're not. I feel like they're not lovey-dovey, but I do feel like in that moment, she was like really wanting some reassurance from him, and instead of him saying "You look great," he was all like, "Oh, you don't matter. Okay, moving on."
Yeah.
Like
on the chat, Demo says Natty and TJ are the same way on IG. She's extra and he's private. That's true.
That is true.
I can see that. Speaking of our chatters, speaking of our people in the chat, we have something great for you.
Plus, there's another Joseph. Holla to Joseph. He says, plus she only has been with TJ her whole life. God forbid something happens. Could Natty date No, Natty could never. That would be a series right there. That would be a series. Hey, AfterBuzz! AfterBuzzers, our network producer. Our network produces after shows for nearly all your favorite TV shows, from dramas, reality TV, sci-fi, and more. There is no network that works harder to serve television fans. But we need your help. We're asking that you please subscribe to one or more of our YouTube channels. By subscribing to our channel, YouTube will suggest content that's tailor-made for you, and you'll help AfterBuzz continue to grow. And if you're worried about those pesky notifications, don't be. They're optional. So hit the subscribe button now for this channel and check out our other AfterBuzz YouTube channels as well. Women's Pro Wrestling Weekly, Taya Valkyrie, and Johnny Mundo. Oh my God. Hilarious. Just saying.
Johnny Mundo, he needs his own podcast show. He needs
and
his
then
own
watch Boone.
TV show.
Oh my gosh. What's his show? Anyways, watch it. Just
Boone
look
the
him up.
Bounty Hunter?
Yes. His shirt off.
Lucha Underground.
Fantastic. Let us know. Let us know through comments, and we will thank you. So shout out to Joseph Boza, Pena. I know you out there. For now, thanks for being the best fans and for helping us be the ESPN of TV talk.
Yes, and make sure you get on iTunes and give us those 5 stars. Like I always say, 4, 3, 2, 1 is not acceptable, so don't come for us with that. 5 stars only, iTunes. We thank you for it, and we thank you for being in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Now, were you guys excited to see that they highlighted Daniel Bryan's return?
Yes.
I was actually excited for that moment. Like you said, it's been 3 years.
Yeah. Right, but the thing is, I don't think it was necessary at that moment. The moment I think it was necessary, I'm sure we're going to talk about it in a little bit, is the whole Paige situation. Mm-hmm. That I understand. For them to bring down that, I don't think was necessary. I didn't understand why does that need to tie into the total. I mean, in a way, I see it because he's been on Total Divas since day one.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the Bella twins didn't really have a big storyline in this episode, so I just didn't think that it should have conflicted on.
Well, not just that, was like a really big moment for WrestleMania. So I think that's why they highlighted it.
Maybe.
Just like that Ronda Rousey, like her first match, I think it was a really big moment for people to finally say, like, yeah, he's back. So that's why it had to be highlighted. And
I think too, there's a lot of division now. I feel like people who watch Total Divas, they just watch Total Divas. They don't watch Total Bellas. Right. And same with Ms. and Mrs. and all that stuff. So I think for people who didn't watch, who checked out on Total Bellas, this would almost bring them back into the storyline. Like, oh, by the way, this happened as well. Yeah. So I mean, it could be just like, hey, because the ratings for Total Bellas was down.
Yeah.
So not as many people were watching it.
No, it was wow. Yeah, that's all we're going to say.
Don't want to relive that again.
I was actually excited to see it. I'm glad that they highlighted it because, like Leslie said, it was a very big moment, and we've waited for this for so long. Yeah. We saw his journey, like him doing his retirement announcement and him going to the doctors, him having depression. Like we saw all of that. So I really do like that they highlighted his return. I thought it was great.
Puts it in perspective too with Paige at the beginning of and from everybody else that I've seen and read, it's like she's not coming back. Who knows? Anything's possible, but she's at the beginning of where Daniel Bryan was 3 years ago. Yeah. So I guess another reason for it is the contrast between the two.
Right. And you know, just talking about that, he gave her advice because she asked for it. So we officially see Paige's announcement for her retirement this episode. And I think he gave her great advice. Like, just never, I think he was a very good inspiration to never stop. If this is something that you want to do, find every way possible that you can do it. And I think he gave her great advice.
Yeah, and I think he is one of the people.
Don't.
Look, sometimes in life, like, you're supposed to go
on the moment.
You're supposed to go one direction, and if you're chasing that where your body's like, nah, bitch, we're not going there, you're going to chase that for a longer period of time when this thing is literally waiting for you. So say hypothetically she fell into that depression and all of a sudden she just said, F it, like, I'm just going to do whatever, then she wouldn't be the GM now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of like yes and no. In certain situations, you have to take a step back. And, you know, if physically every test is in the book is saying that you can't do it, nobody's telling you go and eat, you know, and gain 300 pounds. But also look at other avenues to...
I mean, she did that, but so did he during that time. I think he was all I'm saying is that I believe he was a great example for her right now.
Or getting her hopes up.
But
I don't think he intentionally did it.
You just gotta be that, right?
I mean, if we all were on the same page, would it be a good show, though? For real? Come on.
Yeah, but she's not the only person he talked. I mean, she isn't the only, like, Daniel
TJ?
Bryan. She talked to TJ, she talked to Austin, she also talked to Edge. And Lita as well. Because all those 4 people I just named have neck injuries. Edge can't do it anymore because of his neck. Austin can't do it because what Owen Hart did to him in the late 90s. Rest in peace, Owen Hart. And TJ's situation. So, and then of course she also has Nikki, who also had a neck injury, and there's 2 hopes right there. Nikki Bella did it. She overcame it, and she took a year off.
Yeah, but with her situation, they were saying that she could wrestle.
Right.
So if somebody's telling you can't wrestle, there's a big
doctors
difference.
At first were telling her she shouldn't go back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then she went. Then they said, okay,
You're
well,
overruled.
If you changed how you wrestle, it'd be you can go back. So they said if you go back, there's a risk.
Yeah,
But
they did tell her
I was
that.
telling Leslie this.
Yeah, I watched the show too.
Wow.
Thanks.
All right. I was telling Leslie this before we came in. I think Paige came in too soon to wrestle because she was going through a lot during that time. She should have took another year off, and then maybe her neck would have been officially healed.
And it doesn't just have to do with her neck. It has to do with her mentality, like how she was, what she was going through with her past relationship. You don't just go and... I feel like she used it as a distraction, which is, good, but at the same time, look at where she ended up now.
Right.
So it kind of, like, didn't really help her going in so soon after she got, like, the green light.
Yeah. Also, I think, I could be wrong, but I believe I saw something online that with this season, we're going to see Paige's situation about what she's gone through with the neck, also the
relapse.
Yeah, I feel like we will because they keep highlighting her, like, hard.
Yeah.
Like, if it's not Rhonda, it's Paige.
And I think it's leading right up to when's her movie coming out? I think it's the end of the year, the beginning of next year. So
March of next year.
She's in a movie?
They made The Rock.
Oh, she has a movie. There's a movie about her done by The Rock.
About her life.
And The Rock is producing it. He's the one that came up with the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he saw their documentary. Actually,
She actually has a really good, really interesting story.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that have interesting stories.
Well, I mean,
but hers is her mom is still wrestling to this day.
Her mom's still wrestling. How old is she? She's like 23, 24?
26.
She's been wrestling since she was like 12?
Yeah.
Well, technically,
that's not long enough to make no whatever. I'm sorry, that's not long enough to make biopic or no docu-series or anything that I want to see.
Hold on.
Real.
Let me tell you
We
something.
need a shade meter in this piece.
Go on YouTube if you have time.
She ain't gonna
and
do that.
Watch the documentary.
She's not even doing that.
All right. I mean, you're not even watching wrestling, so why?
Oh, Jesus!
Because
throw the mic down. God damn!
Because
Oh my God! Damn, y'all!
Because
listen, nobody throws shade at Monique but me. Okay?
Yes,
you don't
thank
watch
you.
wrestling though.
And you know what? That doesn't even doesn't bother me because everybody knows.
This is why the show is so good.
Everybody already knows. But I'm sorry, I'm not watching that. I don't want to even go on and see those
my
activities
God.
because it's not interesting.
If there's a red carpet,
Yes,
you wouldn't
it
go
is.
with The Rock with his sexy self. No?
I mean, of
Yes.
course. Of course.
So you don't like The Rock?
Oh my God, The Rock is amazing.
I don't really care for him.
He needs to walk the red carpet just with his shirt off.
Yes.
Yes.
Amen to that.
We agree
Sweet
on
Jesus.
something. Look.
I don't know.
But-
I'm around wrestlers all the time, so with someone's shirt off, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, but it's
Whatever.
The
But
Rock.
that's on a whole other level.
But but speaking of interesting, so Nia, we got to get through this real quick. Nia, I always say Nia, but I got it right now.
Good job.
Nia gets her singles match with Alexa Bliss, and she actually wins. I mean, everybody already saw it and they knew, but in that moment, what were you kind of feeling when she won?
I was really happy
It's
for
about
her.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Nia, you know, it's not like she came to this company so easily. She had to actually train and work hard. If you watch on the W Network, it's called
That's enough?
no, the other one where they just
Oh, Breaking Ground.
Breaking Ground.
Yes, I
and
loved
she's
it.
in it and she explains everything.
Yeah.
I'll give you my
and,
password.
You know,
WWE Network.
and then you just see her from then to now and how she's overcame everything.
Yeah.
And you know, Nia's the type of woman that worked her butt off throughout her wrestling, her wrestling career, even though it's short. And I think that she did deserve it.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
she didn't do that like I'm related to thing.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
She
she
didn't-
worked hard, and she's like, oh, and that's a caveat. Like, I'm also related, but I'm still gonna work my ass off.
And that's
Right.
one special thing I like about Nia is because she didn't tell anybody she was related to The Rock or
Right.
nothing until she became a little bit popular. And they're like, oh, wow, you are related or blah, blah, blah.
And The Rock's daughter
Yeah, she
is
was
in
there.
training
Oh,
to be a
really?
wrestler. Yeah,
Yep.
they announced that like a week ago.
He has an older daughter?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
How old is she?
She's like,
like
16.
16.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought she was a little older than that.
That's what I thought. No, she's
No.
16, 17.
Oh.
Yeah.
She might be like 17.
Well, yeah, Nia, I really did like that she won. That she now holds the belt, and I was really excited about that because she did the whole explanation how she's had to struggle through being like the thicker girl,
Yeah.
the bigger girl, you know, and fighting her way through it, and not, you know, seeing all these 80,000 people. Do people really think that I'm, you know, ready for this or to do this?
Right.
So
Right.
I felt like that was a really good highlight, and I'm glad that she won.
But then I'm pissed because how she lost it. Like, it was just crazy. Like,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
she actually loses the belt. She doesn't have the belt.
Oh,
anymore.
dang.
Sorry. But yeah, I really wanted her to hold the belt longer.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, she should have. I don't know
Ronda
anything
has the
about
belt.
that.
Yeah.
Of course she does.
So
I'm
yeah.
getting tired of her already. Dang. Like,
Oh yeah,
I
so Bosa's just informing you. So Danny is The Rock's daughter, and that was with his ex-wife. His ex-wife is actually one of the executive producers and one of the like co-owners
Yes,
of The Rock's Seven
yes.
Bucks production.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
She is.
Oh my
She
God.
also
I saw
manages
that.
Eva Marie, right?
Oh, yeah.
I think
they
she
have a close
did.
relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know that.
I don't know
But
about all that.
Shout out to The Rock though. Just saying.
you and this rock thing.
Shout out to Finn Balor.
Yes, I love Finn Balor.
Who don't you like? You
I love everyone.
You just
Yeah. I'm not a hater. I don't throw shade.
Oh, and if I didn't mention, we don't have a shade thrower in here. What?
That was shit right
She
now.
said I don't throw shade as she's throwing shade. What's going on?
And if I didn't
You're a bad
mention,
influence.
I'm not a bad influence.
You are.
No, I'm a
She
great
wasn't throwing your
influence.
shade an hour ago.
Yeah.
If I didn't,
It's the Bellows. That's why.
if I
Yeah,
didn't
that
mention
makes
it, Trinity ended up winning the women's battle royale, which I was really excited about. I know y'all saw it, but
Yeah.
I didn't see it, so I was
No,
excited about that.
I was excited too at the moment. I mean, Naomi deserves every positive thing that goes through her way. She's that type of woman that's worked her butt off.
Yeah.
Watching her from NXT as a rookie, and here she is now dominating the women's division.
Right. Hashtag
So-
Black Excellence. Hashtag Black Girls Rock. Hashtag Black Girl Magic. Just wanted to throw that
Hashtag
out
feel the
there.
glow.
Hashtag all of that. Okay. Anyway.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. So since we're all throwing shade up here, we're going to just wrap into our shadiest moments of this episode.
Do it.
Hey.
I don't know
Who
what
chose
this
this
is.
song?
Hey. She
That's
did,
right.
actually. I did, y'all. I did.
Credits.
I don't think we
You
should
need to be like driving down somewhere.
Yeah.
I know.
Like down the street. The low
Well, not this street, but
Our shadiest moments. Why you always hating type moments. Anissa, we're gonna start with you.
I don't know if this is a shade, but when Nikki gave Brie a big ol' hug and dropped Daniel's Starbucks, I don't know if that's a shade, but I mean, I thought that was kind of messed up. But then again, Nikki didn't know. But at the same time,
like her hug was more important than
than the coffee.
And then she was kind of like, yeah, whatever.
I mean, Starbucks is probably Starbucks is everywhere.
Oh my gosh, have you guys tried the pumpkin spice
No,
frappuccino?
that's, you actually drink that? No. Oh yeah, that's a white girl thing.
No. I've never.
TK said that. I didn't say that.
Look, it might not be a white girl thing, but all my black friends, we don't do
I've never
pumpkin.
had it before. It was my first time trying it the other night, and I thought it was really good.
The
but,
scone's good.
The
pumpkin
what?
Scone. The scone.
Was it?
It's like a little pastry.
I don't know what that is.
No?
I know what it is, but I don't even look at it.
TK, what was your shadiest moment?
TJ and Natalya, I think he knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing, and he can definitely soften it up a little bit, but it's at this point where, like, he knows, not in a malicious way, he knows she's not going to go anywhere. Mm-hmm. So it's just kind of one of those things. It's kind of shady. It's just like the people who are closest to you, your family members and stuff. Right. You do some shady stuff, and you're like, well, Mom, you there. You're going to be there. Like,
right.
This relationship, like, it's not, so I feel like it's still shady, but it's shady with love.
Yeah. Shady with love.
Yes.
For me, it was like the same one, but specifically when he's like, no one compliments you around here. Like, no one wants to hear that.
Right.
From your husband.
Right, exactly.
That hurt me.
Oh,
exactly.
Look in that mirror, Natty, and tell yourself you are somebody.
Best.
You are important.
Yes.
Just remember, your cats love you too.
Yes.
Demo on, I think I'm saying your name right. She said white girl thing.
Just basic
they
white
caught
girl.
that. They're going to catch all of that. I think I'm going to say that was like, I mean, I agree with everybody.
Overall.
To me, that was the most shadiest moment. But he did make it up by bringing flowers in a card. You should.
That
You,
was nice.
you don't deserve an amen for that.
Yeah.
Do you really want the card?
No.
I mean,
you know what? I don't even give cards no more because they're pointless.
I mean...
No.
I give cards, but I give them with one of those things where it's like, I know you're probably not going to read them, but it's like, I'm going to let you know that, like, there's a physical thing there that, like, I gave you this card.
Or maybe
you
that's
go
like
to
the special thing that they do.
No, or you go to the 99-cent store and just get a stack of the 50 cents, so you get the, the 50-cent cards.
Oh, yeah, I know the 99 you can get, like, three for $1 or something.
Yeah, because cards are pointless. Nobody keeps those.
Unless you write a message in there.
Still, I throw those away.
You don't do a thank you message?
No, thank you card. Nah.
Why?
I just send 5 text messages
Are
consecutively.
you going to keep that? Are you going to open up? Do you have a stack of cards that you kept from people?
Yeah, I do.
I have a string in my house.
Are you serious?
No, but they're particular
Y'all
cards.
hoarders.
No.
Hoarders.
It's a kind of like a decoration, and I have the cards for my mom for Christmas because I don't get a lot of cards. So people who send me cards, friends, I'll keep them. But mind you, if I move, they're probably all going in the trash. Though.
I have one card, and that was because my mom actually made the card. Like, she literally put like a dress, and she made the whole dress out of fabric and glued on there.
Gabby says she keeps all her cards.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gabby. She was in the chat before we even got on the show. So Gabby McCoy, shout out to you.
Hey, girl,
Hey,
You said hey, girl, hey.
Yeah.
Okay, just checking.
Okay.
Anissa know how to be hip when she want to be. She know how to be hip when she need when it's time to come through.
Okay, I know. Maybe y'all have a special. Just checking.
No, I can't with you. Speaking of Anissa, you have some news?
Yeah, what news?
AfterBuzz TV News.
Okay, did you see a little bit of Monday Night Raw? Did you see something on the internet with Monday Night Raw? A gift or anything? I just want to ask. No shade, but I just want to ask.
No.
You need to do the setup for her.
So
Yeah, I need the whole set. I need the whole picture, and then maybe I'll go back and watch it. But right now, I
Probably
need the whole
not.
picture.
okay, so this has been a big talk on the internet. It's been going crazy. Brie Bella did the yes kicks to Liv Morgan. She kicked her twice in the face, and it knocked Liv Morgan out.
The yes kicks are just multiple kicks.
Yeah, it's
Just
like
keep on.
Oh, and she
Daniel
really
Bryan
knocked
does.
her out.
and it knocked her out twice, and she had a concussion.
Bella Army, go.
Hold on.
Is it Nikki?
Brie Bella
Brie.
did
Brie.
us. And then
Go,
also-
Brie.
Also, at this point,
Fail.
Brie went to go pretty much punch
Elbow.
whatever you want to call it, Ruby Riott, and she actually hit her nose really hard, and you can tell and see Brie was like, oh shit.
So Brie basically came back in the ring and was like, "I'm dominating you, beast."
In
No, not
So
quite.
they're in the ring. Brie was supposed to be hitting her with the kicks, but the kicks obviously weren't
Didn't
supposed to be.
work.
They
Yeah.
didn't
Yeah.
work. The good thing I did like about this match, though, is
I
that
need
they
to go back and watch that because it was real.
Well, it was real, but
it
if you
wasn't
watch,
intentional.
yeah, if you watch social
Right.
media, you're like, oh shit, like she just like cold cocked her and she's in
Yeah.
the, but that didn't happen. So Brie actually dragged her to the corner, and like you could see her kind of picking her up and getting her into the corner,
trying to pin her.
trying to pin. Well, after that, and then they actually did the triple suplex. She still had like concussion, but I learned it's called like zombie thing, like you're still kind of functional. After she did that, they got her out of the ring, and then she went to the doctors during the commercial break. So she was still able to function after being cold cocked in the face.
But the thing is, a lot
Yeah,
of
I gotta
people
watch
are
that.
upset because ever since Brie has returned, she's been botching a lot of her
Yeah.
wrestling moves.
Only twice, maybe
They're
3
bad.
times.
They're very noticeable.
And then, so a lot of people are just upset, saying, "Hey, Brie shouldn't be wrestling. She should just stop doing it, move on, blah blah blah." But at the same time, when I was looking at it,
I know where you're gonna
when
go.
I was
know.
looking at it, I see both sides of people's thing. The thing is, when you're in the heat of the moment as a wrestler doing those moves, you don't realize quickly that you just kick someone in the face until after. So I don't think Brie was intentional. At the same time, I get it, because people are saying, "Oh, Liv Morgan, actually did that on purpose to
She could've been
put her
selling.
face."
Hashtag
stuff like that.
leave Brie alone. Okay, she's giving y'all real stuff, not no.
Excuse me?
Anyway,
Everything's real.
Don't hate on Brie.
please.
I think
But,
people
I do
notice the
real-
things that
yeah.
notice the things that she does more because she's Brie Bella. Because
Right.
there are other things that other wrestlers do, and you see them, and you see them botch it.
And they're comparing
Yeah.
Brie to like the male wrestlers, like, oh, these male wrestlers do botches all the time, but they're not getting hate for it.
Yeah, so-
But I mean, at the same time, a little off track. Ever since Ruby came back, the Riot Squad has been really, really, really well, doing really well. When it comes to their storylines of being heel, I haven't seen.
They're
To be
good
honest, I haven't seen a 3 women heel be that bad
Dominant, yeah.
since Candice Michelle, Tori Wilson, and Victoria in 2004 and 5.
I just feel they need a better story. Like their characters
Yeah.
are great, but their story is terrible.
Well, I mean, they're in a situation where they're in the storyline with Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, and Brie and the Bellas,
twins.
which
Yeah.
that
But
doesn't
it
make
doesn't
sense
make- it doesn't make
at
sense.
all.
Exactly.
So it's like great characters, terrible
But it's all
storyline.
about name branding. The Bellas and
yeah,
Ronda Rousey.
branding together.
Right, which still doesn't make sense because technically Ronda's supposed to be a baby face, but she really seems more like a heel.
Yeah.
And the Bellas are the Bell. It's just
They're just
confusing.
there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we can discuss all that after. Give us your quick predictions.
For what, next week?
Yeah, for next week.
I'm very excited on why
Your
Lana.
AfterBuzz TV prediction.
Hey, rude. No, I'm just kidding. I'm actually really excited to see why Lana and Rusev are getting in trouble to do
Yeah.
a photo shoot. Like, how is that inappropriate?
I
Depends if they're
because
showing something.
She was showing. They have blockouts. I think she was
No,
showing.
they have it's like nuded bathing suits, but still.
Are they her bathing suits?
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then it's probably the problem.
It's
Remember Natalya, Eva Marie when she had the hairline and she got in trouble for the hairline
Yeah, but they accepted it.
after the fact.
Like, literally, like, the girl was like, oh, the Jan was like, yeah, I actually really like it.
No, you're talking about the hair color.
Oh, what are you
I'm
talking
talking about when she had the weave and she has her own hairline. She got in trouble for that.
Oh, I don't know.
WWE doesn't like
Cross-branding.
WWE doesn't like stuff where it's like you don't act like you're selling a product based off of your name, but you haven't gotten approval for it. Especially where it's
Yeah.
something that's going to be product placement. So if it's her
That's
own
true.
swimsuit line, then and they didn't know about it and they're just finding out. Like, think of Naomi when she had Glow and then she did it and then she got in trouble for doing something that's still benefiting now. Like, they just want to know.
Yeah.
Right, they do. What's your prediction?
I wanted to say I like Joseph's prediction. He says Brie and Nikki get away with stuff because Nikki's allegedly still married to John. So I'm predicting that.
They are really on this John and Nikki being married.
I mean, it's really just Joseph every week, but I think I'm gonna just hinge
to rock with that.
I'm just over that relationship.
Let's give our quick prediction.
Well, I'm excited to see John and Trinity together. I love them overall. And then her living her best life. I'm all about that junk food.
Right.
I agree.
I think she even had a McDonald's cookie. You know, that's what I put
saw
everybody
Kendall.
on.
McDonald's cookie.
Yeah, that thing is bomb. They are bomb. Anyway, my prediction.
I actually agree, they are bomb.
They are. I get everybody hooked on those,
food.
but my prediction is I do want to see John and try to
see more
get
of them.
Trinity off of the sugar. That was like, I think that's going to be like the funniest.
As long
moment.
as it goes to her butt, she good.
Oh, that's where it's going to go, honey.
That's where it goes.
So let them know where they can find you guys.
You can follow me on social media at Anissa Barr. I'm actually going to be at Bar Wrestling next Wednesday. Also, go to WrestleCrate.com, order your subscription. Go to subscribe. The reason why, because we have Marty Scroll, which is one of my favorite indie wrestlers, as well as this Sunday, I'm going to be at the New Japan Pro Wrestling show in Long Beach. So if you see me, say hi. If not, that's cool. Also, purchase my friend's shirt. This is the worst town I've ever been to. Scorpio Sky, Christopher Daniels, SCU, all the way. And then I'll see you guys another time.
Yeah.
You can find me on everything at TK Trinidad. I really don't even know who's going to be on next week's show for Women's Wrestling Weekly, but definitely tune in. If you just check it out, everything is there.
Taya and Johnny Mundo are on.
Yep.
Leslie,
Alright,
where can they find
Check
you?
me out at _Leslie Cologne.
She's so cute.
I know. She's like, just check me out.
By the end of the season, she's going to be throwing so much shade. It's not going to be good for you.
And I do work for Women's Wrestling Weekly as well.
She does the social media.
I do social media.
It's
So make sure you
check
guys
us out.
check out the social media.
All work together.
I'm Monique Loveless, and you can check me out everywhere at Miss Mo Loveless. That's MS Mo Loveless. And you can also go to my website at MoniqueLoveless.com.
Ms. Mo Loveless.
It's not Ms., it's Miss.
Ms.
No.
Mo Loveless.
And you can go to my website for all your style tips and tricks at MoniqueLoveless.com. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Ciao.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.